Hello everyone, Ryan here. So for this album review, I decided to review License to Ill by Beastie Boys. And of course I've never considered myself to be like a really big Beastie Boys fan, but I've always kind of liked them, so I purchased this album a while ago. I was finally able to listen to it all the way through. I listened to it twice all the way through, so I mean, I feel like that was enough for me to get the gist of it. So I'm gonna give the track listing and talk about some of my favorites. So first one is Rhymin' and Stealin', second is The New Style, third is She's Crafty, fourth is Posse in Effect, fifth is Slow Ride, sixth is Girls, 7 is Fight for Your Right, 8 is No Sleep Till Brooklyn, 9 is Paul Revere, 10 is Hold It Now, Hit It, 11 is Brass Monkey, 12 is Slow and Low, and 13, the last track, is Time to Get Ill. So as far as my favorites are concerned, I do like the first song, Rhymin' and Stealin', just because I feel like it has a pretty decent beat to it. Also kind of like She's Crafty. Also like the song Girls, mostly because I feel like, to me, it has like a comedic kind of sound. I mean, I don't know if that was their intention. To me, it just seems comedic, so that's just my opinion. Of course, I like Fight for Your Right. Fight for Your Right to Party. One of those, to me, that song has always been one of those big, like, party anthems. So I don't know if that was their intention when they wrote and recorded that song, but kind of seems like maybe they kind of did have that intention. So I don't know, but again, that's my opinion. So I also like No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I like the drums on that. I like the guitar stuff on that. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey. I like that one. And I like the last song, Time to Get Ill, mostly because I feel like it's a pretty decent way to end this album. So yeah. As far as the lyrical content is concerned, I could only really make out some of what they were saying. But that's mostly because, I'm not a big hip-hop guy. But I would say, like, there was maybe like 2 or 3 songs on this album which I would say I consider the lyrics to be somewhat poetic, and not entirely poetic, but somewhat poetic. And overall, I mostly like the drums, the guitar stuff on this, and and then also too, I like the fact that the Beastie Boys, they were blending heavy metal stuff with hip hop stuff during a time when not very many people were doing it. So obviously I give them a big thumbs up for that. So I guess as far as the rating goes, I would give this album at least 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, at the most 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, it's, if you happen to be a really big Beastie Boys fan, I'm pretty sure you're a lot more familiar with this album than I am. Really, this is like the first Beastie Boys album I've listened to all the way through. So I haven't listened to any of their other albums. I think I might do so eventually at some point. And also too, I feel like this album, it's one of those albums that is great for listening to when you're with a bunch of friends, like, say, driving in a car somewhere, like on a road trip, or even like at some kind of party, I don't know, house party, get together, or I don't even know if people still have house parties nowadays. Like, I don't know, I kind of feel like back then, like, you know, when the Beastie Boys were, you know, getting started and all that, which I want to say was like in the 80s. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like back then, you know, in the 80s, 90s, people had a lot more house parties. So, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. So that does it for this album review. My review of Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. Once again, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.